All right, so let's start building up our first project. So we're going to combine everything that we've learned up to now, but I'm also going to introduce new things as we are going to build out our project. But this lesson is really to create your own library. And just to show you what I have here in my file system right now is I'm inside my documents folder, and inside there I created a folder called cursor projects to be exact, and in here you'll see all the projects that I'm working on or worked on, that I can always go back to, add things and so forth. But this directory is the directory that you want to save on an external drive every now and then, or even if you can save it straight into something like your Google Drive or something even better. Okay. But what this lesson is really about, creating a library for yourself. So every time you're going to start a new project, you can basically grab this whole library and just pull it into your new project, meaning your rules are set up, all your skills are set up, and your directory structure is set up. So this is really like a boilerplate we're going to create. So I'll go simply to, maybe you can see the pop-ups. I don't think you can, but I simply right-clicked and say create new folder. And I'm going to call it, you can call it my library. You can call it my boilerplate. You can call it my basic setup, whatever you like. I'm going to say my library. Sometimes you just want to grab a skill out of there or add a skill there or something. So I've got my library, and what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go to the last app that we wrote, and I'm going to simply copy this whole .cursor directory, and I'll go and put it into my library. All right, and inside there I've got my rules, right, and I've got my skills. Here's the bootstrapping skill. I know you haven't used it yet. We're going to use it next, but there's some basic skills there. And as you carry on programming, you'll have your email resend skill. Your super base skill will be much more advanced. And you're going to have all kinds of skills built in here. Especially what I would love to build is a front-end skill, because currently we have a prompt, right? But let's go back straight into the library. I'm going to create a directory structure that I know I'll always use. So just create a new folder and call it docs. Right inside docs, I'm going to go and create a couple of directories I know I'll always use. The first one is the ADR directory. The next one will be my plans. So plans is always in the correct directory. And let's just see on the last project what other directories we created. Under docs, ADR, templates. And in fact, I'm going to copy this whole template directory over to my library, because in the templates I already have a template for how we want our ADRs to look like. Now in this my library, you'll eventually have, templates for admin email, templates for our form should look like, and so forth. But this is how my library looks. Oh, template should be inside docs, so let me just move it in there. Another thing I want is that I see we haven't put in there yet is tests. So tests, of course, is all the tests that you're going to be performed will be placed in here, and tests you get to mark off, right? So I also, of course, want a tests template that I don't have in here yet, but that we will place in there very soon. But for now, this looks good. I like my library. I'm going to just basically copy, say all, and I'm going to copy everything. I'm going to move over to, I think, project 1. I'm going to delete what's ever in there. And I'm going to paste my start of my system here. But I now have already the cursor rules, I have skills, I have templates, and like I said, this library of yours is going to grow and grow and grow till or at such point where you basically start up in seconds. Then when we're going to run the bootstrap, it will start creating subdirectories with each feature in its own directory, and then ADRs perfectly set up for that feature you're going to do, and that will then be, of course, inside your docs ADRs. Right, so everything is empty in docs except, of course, for the templates, and I'm happy. I think we can start. So let me just open up Cursor for us. While it opens up, let me just go to Cursor View. Poor Cursor will start taking a long time to start up, but that's fine. So we've created really a structure already by just going now to the library, copy everything in there, and paste it into a new project. I've done it straight from the, straight from our, let me just go back to the view, straight from within the file browser into our Explorer on Windows. And all right, cursor started up. Let me just create the view for you. All right, so there's cursor. Just make it nice and big. And I'm going to now go to open projects. And I'm going to say open in my browser. I don't think you can see this part, but I'll go to cursor projects and I look for project 1. I'll double click it and it will open up for me. So there we are. Just want to make this nice and big for you to see. All right, then if we look at this is the wrong one. Sorry, I just should have done it before we started. I just want to move it so that you can actually see the file system. There you go. So we were worked into Explorer, right? And this is now how our cursor looks like. You can see that the .cursor rule files, everything is in there. Docs are in there. And let's just speak to cursor for a minute and let's just ask it, please go through the rule files and skills and give me an outlay and a summary of what's in there and how you're going to implement ADR files from here on out. Let me try again. Hello. Still not picking up my mic. Microphone, there we go. All right, can you please go through the rules and skill files and give me a short summary of it, especially around ADR implementation? And let's see what it comes up with. If it comes up with what we want, we're going to then run our Bootstrap. So here it comes with ADR implementations. So basically everything we've done in the past, this will not be new. We've set it up perfectly, and I'm sure we can just now start off with running our first feature, which will be the graphical user interface. So that's next. I hope you understand libraries now, how to install your own set of libraries, so that from now on your work will be super easy when you start off building an app. So I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.